Easy now. Don't get mad. Just like shooting bottles at the fair. I'll let you off easy. Temper, temper. Come on. It's a shame what passes for training these days. I've had photo ops that were more dangerous than you. Death by zoom lens. And bullets.
Keep it up and I'm returning the favor, Mike. Shoot them, please. If you can't control your fire, then check it at the door. I wish the other agents were as incompetent as you. You're more dangerous than they are.
You're late. I almost thought you'd stood me up. I'll forgive you, if you have a good reason. And what makes you think I can help you? My wardrobe speaks very softly, Mike. Nice. And to think I was hoping we wouldn't see each other again after Taipei. But here you are. How risky. I have standards. Sounds right up my alley. And I thought Taipei was going to be it for us. Well, let's hear it then. I have to confess, I wasn't sure we'd cross paths again after the trouble in Taipei. Really, I wasn't sure I was going to see you again after Taipei. I didn't expect it to be so long after Taipei, but I was hoping we might cross paths again. I almost thought you weren't going to call. And, of course, that incident at the museum with the riot. I did get some good pictures, though, so thanks for that. And now, here you are. The shots turned out well enough. Paid for the airfare. And now, here you are. You didn't do such a hot job protecting me, so those shots didn't turn out so well. And now, here you are. Especially that incident at the museum with the riot. You tell me. But since you're obviously here for business, let's hear it and get it out of the way. Are you trying to use me, Mike? There you go, throwing away a valuable friendship. I don't know. And if you have no idea, then I'm certainly not telling. I guess not. I suppose a girl can dream. Playing safe's not my style, Mike. Your offer is on the record, I hope. No conditions? You've got my attention.
Mike? Leyland said that? No. Not yet. Where are you? When I was picked up, the guards here stashed my equipment in one of the lockers. And the footage. Maybe. If you can get to a gun. No, Mike, I haven't. Maybe it's one of your angry girlfriends? All right, Mike. Be careful. Mike, I hope you're running, not walking. Trouble. Lots of soldiers. I'm good with a camera, not a gun. I'm pretty handy with my camera or a sniper scope, but not against several squads of angry gunmen. Could use some help? Yesterday? I guess they're scrubbing the evidence clean. And you along with it. Mike, really could use a hand here. These guys are killing my story. Tagged me. Mike, what's taking so long? Is this your way of making me say I need your help? Because I do. These guys are all over me. Mike, if you don't get here now, I'm dead.
Mike, thank God. I thought I was on my own. I think they've armed the bombs in here, and it looks like you only have a few minutes before the timers hit 0. Mike, you need to shut them down. Those two. I've got a nice view from up here. You go ahead and do your thing. Go on in, Mike. I've got your back. Anyone tries to get by, and I'll put a bullet in them.
I got one, but some slipped by. All right, that'll slow them down, but get ready. I'll circle around and meet up with you topside. Good luck. Might be survival training? If so, looks like it's the real deal now. Well, there goes our flight out of here. Waste of a missile, but it seems like everybody on this island is trigger-happy. Head for the wreckage. I asked the pilot to bring me a resupply in case Leyland refused to pay. What's going on, Mike? Do you need help? I stashed more weapons and ammo on the chopper, the one that had the missile accident. Get to it, see what you can recover. Anything at the crash site? What is it with you and helicopters? Picking up a boat approaching the island. I think someone's about to exit stage left. Well, that means you'll know where he's headed, and you can meet up with him. The topside buildings here are all entrances to an underground facility. The structure you see, half a click ahead, that's the entrance to the boat pens. Boat's coming in, but we'll need you to open the doors. Mike, you need to open the doors. Settle accounts? Mike, take out your target. The bays are filling up. There's not much more time. Then get to the killing. Newsflash, there's a few more around. See if you can tap into all of them, and then we'll make some headlines. Well, if he's camping, I suggest you get to one of the upper catwalks and then wait for the shot. Lot more elegant than what you did with Shahid. I've taken out the opposition on the vessel. Don't trigger the explosives yet. Wait for our signal. Okay, I'm at a safe distance, and I've got the camera set up. All right, Mike, just open the gates and let's get you out of there.
Mike, they asked me a lot of questions, but, well, I can't say much for their hospitality. I'm guessing this has to do with what you gave me? Mike, what are you doing here? No. They asked me a lot of questions, but I think they were mostly interested in finding out what I knew about you. Not much. I think I learned more about you from them than anything you ever told me. Going to cause a distraction? I'll be careful. They confiscated it, but I know where it is. Going to cause a distraction? Mike, there's something I have to tell you. Mike, it's about what happened in Taipei, about Sung. There was a reason I was there. I was the shooter. It's about what happened in Taipei, about Sung. There was a reason I was there. I was hired to kill Sung. You know? But what are you going to do? All right, Mike. You've got my attention. You know, Mike, in the hotel, I wanted to tell you then, but... All right. Can I have a gun? All right, Mike. I'll get the footage and meet up with you. I'll follow as soon as I can. I'll be all right. Go on ahead. Mike, be careful, all right? Mike, I was worried you wouldn't be able to make it. Mike? What are you doing here? Actually, yes. Mostly because I don't know where here is. Mike, what are you talking about? I'm sorry? What? Is that what he told you? So, what are you going to do now? Yes, Mike, I did. Yes, I was hired to kill Sung. Of course, with the riots, Leyland wants to renegotiate our contract. It's hard to argue when he's got me locked up here, wherever this is. Of course, you prevented that, so you should congratulate yourself. It's the reason that Leyland has me here. It's the reason he's not going to pay me. It's business. I knew the risk. I didn't know you'd become involved. That's not how I work, Mike. You were never part of the job, and I don't do collateral damage. Since I was 14. Photojournalism's not my full-time career. Long enough. Photojournalism's not my full-time career. Of course, I guess you were always honest with me. And to think I didn't believe you when you said secret agent. Of course, you could say the same. Guessing by this place and how well all these soldiers seem to know you, your real job has nothing to do with oil. Of course, you could say the same. Halbeck Claims and Acquisitions? I should have guessed you were working for them too. So what now, Mike? Are you going to kill me? I tried to tell you at the hotel, Mike. I wanted to tell you. I'm sorry. All right, Mike. But before you do, Mike, if I had known, not yet. But I know when someone starts backpedaling out of a deal. You can smell it. How do you know I won't try to kill you? You're right. Which is? Maybe I could help you with that. That's a lot of trust. All right, Mike. You've got yourself a deal. All right. Are you reading me? I'll go on ahead. Try to provide some cover fire. See you in a few. No time to waste. Let's go. You've got yourself a deal.
And do what with him exactly? You know I can hear you, right? When I was a little girl, I always wanted to grow up to be a honey trap. Thanks so much, Mike. I'll call you as soon as I have anything. You're not a subtle man, are you, Mike? I'll call you as soon as I have anything. Sure, Mike. Can you two save the pillow talk for later? Some of us are trying to keep our lunch down.
Here you go, Mike. Actually, no. You owe me for this. A big exclusive or something. Not often enough, I think. I'll be seeing you, Mike. Come in, Mike. I would have known if it wasn't you. Footsteps are like signatures. In case you haven't guessed already, I don't have much of a social life. What is it you needed, Mike? Got another story to pass along? Wrong? I don't know, Mike. You seem to be a complicated person. Maybe because I'm not sure what I'm looking at sometimes. That so? What a surprise. Very little about you seems simple. Like, for instance, at the gallery, I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military. But my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you. I didn't want to, but you really don't leave me much choice if I want to know the truth. You tell me. And I'd like you to be honest with me, if you can. I think I deserve that much. I see. I thought you might want to share. What do you mean? It doesn't sound like you've had a chance to relax in Saudi Arabia. So I checked with my military contacts, and when that turned up nothing, I turned to more corporate interests. And it turns out Halbeck has taken quite an interest in you. My military and intelligence contacts didn't have much on you. So I checked the corporate gossip. Halbeck's taken quite an interest in you. Not well, but I've met him. At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbeck would be after you. I guess a straight answer was too much to hope for. Keep your secrets, then. I don't care. I've come this far with you, Mike. I think I deserve an explanation. What did you find out? Spying on me? Don't talk about my mother like you know her. You can't possibly understand. I've never heard of it, but now you're here, Mike. I'm guessing that I'm not safe anymore? Mike, I can't take that. Then why are you here? What do you want me to do? So you trust me enough for this, but not enough to give me the whole story. All right, then. I'll help you, Mike. But next time, it might help if you trusted people a bit more. Is that why you're here? It's that bad, huh? I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go. Are you going to be all right? Do you need to leave right now? Considering I might not see you again. I'd like that. Me too. I haven't done anything yet, Mike. Thank me when we see each other again. All right? At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbeck would be after you. Very little about you seems simple. I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military. But my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you. You wouldn't believe the day I've had. You ever been a pushy woman in the heart of Arabia? Cute. You could keep that up the entire flight, I bet. I was going to invite you to slow down. Wow, you just come right out and say those kinds of things, huh? You nearly got me there. So, Mike, when you're not getting shot down, what do you do with yourself that would bring you out to this part of the world? Oh, don't take it so hard. I'd say that to any strange man who tried their game on me seconds after I've taken my seat. Well, if you don't believe me, you could always try again with a little less suggestion. Well, what brings you out to one of the cheeriest little countries in the Middle East? I can relate. I've spent far too much time on planes lately. You first. You too, huh? Fella, don't take this the wrong way, but you look like you just got sucker punched by the world. Sounds pretty serious. Did you ever stop to think you're just clumsy, mister? Mr. Mike. So, Mr. Mike, what are Danger and you doing out here in good old Saudi Arabia? Whoa, calm down. It's this country. Does that to everybody. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do that would make you want to come out here? Business related? And just what kind of business had it in for you in this part of the world, if you don't mind indulging my curiosity? No, not really. Same old Saudi Arabia. I'm Scarlet. So, Mike, what brings you to this exciting corner of the world? Right. All right. Be honest. Has that worked on anyone? Not. That sounds familiar. Think you're the first oil guy I've sat next to? Oh, as in the sense of yes, I've heard of Halbeck, military and construction contractor. That name comes up a lot in this region. Okay, I suppose I could start. This is me. Other page. One of the best. If there's no risk, it's not important. I heard she's on this flight. If there's no risk, it's not important. Say, you wouldn't happen to know of anything that might be cover-worthy going on in Rome, would you? Really? That's your breaking story? Dinner? Old news. Well, it never hurts to ask. But if you should... Really? Oh, great. Well, here, call me. I have a lot of contacts in the area. Maybe we can work out a trade. If you should hear anything, of course. Say... You wouldn't happen to know of anything that might be cover-worthy going on in Moscow, would you? Really? I have a better idea. Well, it never hurts to ask. But if you should... Really? Oh, great. Well, I hope Rome's a little kinder to you. And if you should come across any cover-worthy stories, well, I hope Moscow's a little kinder to you. You should call someone else. It seems to be endearing, unfortunately. Mike, your persistence is bordering on dense. I have work to catch up on. Wasn't trying to. Really, though, I should probably get some work done. But I mean it, if you hear anything. That wasn't a line. What a welcome surprise. Don't worry about it. Well, I should really get some work done. Good night, Mike. Oh, sure. I'm a bit tired myself. It was nice meeting you, Mike. I appreciate that. You know, there's something about you. Makes me think I might just be sitting next to a headline. Maybe I will. But after that, well, I have to get some work finished before we land. Let me know if you do anything scandalous. That That makes it sound like I'm on the right path. I'm watching you. Are you sure? Okay, if you say so. I think I'll keep an eye on you regardless. Good night, Mike. I had to kill some soldiers on the way here. I'll add it to your bill. Now there's a picture. Yes, Mike? Don't be surprised. You did cost me the Sun contract, you know. Yes, Mike. There was a reason I was in Taipei. I thought you'd already figured it out. As for Mike here, I'll let you have him at cost. Well, that depends on how much you're going to pay me to kill Mike here. Pay me? To kill him? Discuss it? There's no discussion. You owe me a lot of money, Leyland. Tough words, Mike, but I think you're pretty much done. Your point? You have a point. And I still haven't seen the money for Sung. Discuss it? There's no discussion. You owe me a lot of money, Leyland. You thought this was a negotiation? Sorry, Mike. You were never on the list. You could have been. So next time? All right, then. Take care of yourself. Oh, and Mike, here's that footage you gave me. I'd rather not explain to the press how I came across it. I'll leave that up to you. Sorry, Mike. You were never on the list. You could have been. So next time?
Mike, from the plane, right? You didn't give me a reason to forget. Mike. Oh, right. Never thought I'd hear from you again. Mike, you called. And what do I owe the honor? Well, if it isn't Mike Thornton. Little surprised to hear from you, considering your busy schedule. After the photo shoot in the gallery, I wasn't sure you'd want to risk seeing me again. So, it takes me coming to Taipei for you to get back to me? There's still that photo shoot at the gallery that I was waiting for a callback on. All right. It is a big city. Where do you suggest we start? You figured I'd do. So, you're lonely? I suppose I should be flattered, right? So, something you need, then? I remember. Do you have something? Some? Why? Is there something wrong? That's not going to be easy. Why do you think that? What did you have in mind? I might be. I'd need the details first. All right, then. Talk to you soon, Mike. Meet me in the restroom by the VIP suite. I'll give you what I have. Mike, it's Scarlet. I've got something for you. You wish. Keep your shirt on, Mike. A certain Halbeck security officer has a distinct weakness for Mai Tais and redheads. In that order. Not much. Just his room key. Not quite what I had in mind, but I did get his elevator access card. How about an elevator access card to get you right to the convention level? You know, funny enough, I think he did. One more little surprise for you. I managed to snap a picture of him. Seems like if security were told it was the face of a known sex offender. Mike, how did it go with Sung? Did he believe you? So he didn't believe you. You tried, Mike. And helping you out? Well, you certainly keep things interesting. Are you kidding? The worst part was trying to stay interested when a Halbeck executive is talking to you. We'll figure something out, Mike. If not, well, then I think we'll have a larger story than either of us want. I hope not. Now I'm tempted to cover the rally. Now I am. That is, if you think I can help, Mike. I don't know what I can do, but you're right. But I was glad to pitch in. If so, then I'm not going anywhere. What? And risk being bored to death? Not a chance. I'll try to gather what I can from my contacts, Mike. Until then, good luck, Mike. And good luck with Sung.
Watch it, Mike.